Reflection coefficient is a parameter that describes how much of a wave is reflected by an impedance in the transmission medium. It is equal to the ratio of the amplitude of the reflected wave to the incident wave. In the figure, a signal source with internal impedance, possibly followed by a transmission line of characteristic impedance Z0 driving the load ZL. The voltage and current at any point along a transmission line can always be resolved into forward and reflected traveling wave given a specified reference impedance Z0. In terms of the forward and reflected waves determined by the voltage and current, the reflection coefficient is defined as the complex ratio of the voltage of the reflected wave to that of the incident wave. This is typically represented with a gamma and can be written as equation A. The incident voltage and current waves traveling along the transmission line are given by following two equations. If the line has the length of L, the voltage and current at the receiving end become as per the 1 and 2 equations respectively. The ratio of the voltage to the current at the receiving end is the load impedance that is given in the equation 3. The reflection coefficient at the receiving end is the ratio of the reflected voltage to the incident voltage. By solving equation 3, we will get the reflection coefficient at the receiving end in terms of impedances. Firstly, we will write equation number 3. V plus e to the power minus gamma L plus V minus e to the power gamma L V plus e to the power minus gamma L again minus V minus e to the power gamma L. Solving the equation 3, ZL into V plus e to the power minus gamma L minus V minus e to the power gamma L is equal to Z0 V plus e to the power minus gamma L plus V minus e to the power gamma L. Now I'll keep V plus term on side e to the power minus gamma L into ZL minus Z0, which is equal to, now V minus e to the power gamma L is keep outside, so here ZL plus Z0. As per the reflection coefficient definition, incident voltage, ratio of the incident voltage to the, reflection coefficient is the ratio of the reflected voltage to the incident voltage is equal to ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. So this is a question. A load impedance of ZL using a reference impedance Z0 corresponds to a reflection coefficient. If the load ZL were measured not directly but through a transmission line, then the magnitude of the reflection coefficient is identical. However, its phase will have shifted according to the equation 5, where magnitude of the gamma L never greater than unity. For a lossy line, that means attenuation constant is not equal to 0, both magnitude and phase of reflection coefficient are changes. For a lossless line, when the attenuation constant equal to 0, the magnitude and phase of the reflection coefficient remains constant. Reflection coefficient will be 0 if terminating impedance is equal to the characteristic impedance. Standing wave. The general solutions of the transmission line equation consists of two waves traveling in opposite directions with unequal amplitude. A wave is transmitted into one end of a transmission line and another wave is reflected from the other end, which traveling in opposite direction. Then the voltage wave equation can be expressed as Vs equal to V naught e to the power minus j phi. This is called the equation of the voltage standing wave, where V naught is called amplitude of the standing wave and phi is called the phase pattern of the standing wave. A standing wave, also known as stationary wave, is a wave which oscillates in time but whose peak amplitude profile does not move in space. The peak amplitude of the wave oscillations at any point in space is constant with time, and the oscillations at different points throughout the wave are in phase. A standing wave in a transmission line is a wave in which the distribution of current and voltage is formed by the superposition of two waves of the same frequency propagating in opposite directions. Such a standing wave may be formed when a wave is transmitted into one end of a transmission line and is reflected from the other end by an impedance mismatch. In this graph, the green line is moving to the right, the blue line is going to the left, and the red line is the sum or total electric field. Standing waves are created by the superposition of incident and reflected traveling waves in an improperly terminated transmission line. What is the improper terminated transmission line? Improper termination means the load impedance has a value different from that of the characteristic impedance of the line. Signal energy is transmitted through a transmission line from the source or generator to the load or receiver in the form of voltage and current waves. At the load end, part of the signal is reflected back depending on the type of load impedance and the characteristic impedance of the line. In this graph, we can see that Y1 is moving to the right, Y2 is moving to the left, and Y1 plus Y2 is a resultant wave or standing wave. The value of reflection coefficient obtained at any point from the load end. The standing wave is obtained by taking the superposition of the incident and reflected voltage waves. Since the position of points corresponding to Vmax and Vminimum remain constant with time, the wave is called a standing wave. A standing wave results in Vmax, Vminimum, maximum current equation and minimum current equation. For a lossy line, alpha is equal to not equal to 0, ZL is not equal to Z0, line is imperfectly terminated. Since line is lossy, Vmax and Vminimum are not constant. If the line happen to be lossless, alpha equal to 0, then however Vmax and Vminimum would have been constant through the length of the line. If the line is terminated in an open circuit, a short circuit, or a pure resistive load, the incident energy at the load is reflected back. That means the reflection coefficient at three cases is equal to 1. The standing wave in all three cases is said to be a pure standing wave. The distance between two successive maxima or minima turns out to be lambda by 2. For standing wave in any lossless line, Vmax and Vminimum have the same value throughout the length of the line and are used to define a parameter called the voltage standing wave ratio VSWR. Standing wave ratio. Standing wave results from two traveling waves in opposite direction on transmission line. The ratio of maximum of standing wave pattern to the minimum of standing wave pattern is called standing wave ratio. Standing wave ratio or SWR is a measure of the load impedance relative to the characteristic impedance of the transmission line in use. If the transmission wave is perfectly matched, ZL is equal to Z0, then there is no reflected wave, gamma equal to 0. Such line is called flat line. Standing wave ratio of pure traveling wave is unity. Standing wave ratio cannot be defined for lossy line because standing wave pattern changes from one position to another. Standing wave ratio is related to reflection coefficient, that is gamma. And gamma can be magnitude of the reflection coefficient can be defined by SWR value. Magnitude of the reflection coefficient always be less than or equal to 1. SWR value always be greater than or equal to